Think about the first time you met someone who changed your life and how a simple introduction opened the door to new possibilities, fresh ideas, and unexpected journeys. Today, as we begin, remember that every introduction is more than a formality. It is the spark that builds connections and sets the stage for everything that follows. Today, I'm going to be introducing myself to the class, and I'm going to tell you about my background, my goals, and some of my personal interests. So, firstly, I am Kennedy Arsenault. So, a little bit of my background is I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I grew up in Arkansas, though. I was born in Louisiana, moved here when I was about 1 years old, moved back to Louisiana when I was about 9, and then moved back to Arkansas when I turned 19. So, my background's a little bit confusing, but it's only been two different places or states. So, once you know me, you see how often I go back and forth between the states anyways, but I like to say that my background is more Louisiana toned. I pretty much went through like all my first in Louisiana, so I like to say that that's where I'm from. Anyways, I was born there, so I can kind of get away with saying that. My dad is from Louisiana and my mom is from Arkansas. So both of my families, my dad's side of the family is there, my mom's side of the family is here. That's a little bit about my background and where I come from. And I want to talk about my goals. So my goals are to graduate college by December 2026 with my associates. And then after that, the summer of 2027, I want to start getting in gear to move back to Louisiana, which is silly, but it's honestly, I want to go back there. I want that to be where my son starts kindergarten. I want that to be where my son has all of his first. So that's my long-term goals is to get a cybersecurity job remote or go back to another school district, which is what I do now is I work in a school district. So I could either do that or I could use my degree to get a remote job so I just have more time to spend with my son. And then my personal interest. I love singing karaoke. That does not mean I'm good at it, but I love singing karaoke. I love hanging out with my family. And not that long ago, I just got into reading. So, karaoke, I have a group I go with every other Thursday if we're going. It's a group of older ladies because they kind of fit my music choice better, and we just get along and have a great time. But I'm more into Conway Twitty, George Strait, Tracy Lawrence. Those are my kind of singers. So when I go, and I have a deeper voice, so I can kind of get away with singing the old male songs. But we go every other Thursday. It's a grand old time. It's so fun. And I love hanging out with my family, though. Any chance I can get. I'm the youngest of four. I have three older sisters, so you can imagine how my dad felt raising four girls. But I love hanging out with my family. We love all getting together. Like I'm going to Louisiana this weekend. Me and all my sisters are going. We're gonna meet up with my dad because he's about to have back surgery. So we're all gonna go hang out with him this weekend and just have a grand old time together. And yeah, I'm so sorry for that. But we're gonna go hang out with my dad. He's gonna get his surgery next week. Hanging out with family is one of my priorities and one thing I will always put above going to have fun with friends. My family is one of the most important things to me, if not the most important. So hanging out with them will always be at the top of my list. And reading, I just got into reading not that long ago. I like Colleen Hoover books, anything with a storyline that can keep me interested. Those are the kind of books I like. But since I've kind of introduced myself to y'all, I'm going to let y'all go, but we're going to end it with me telling you remember how the saying goes you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So I hope my first impression was a good one, and I hope y'all enjoyed listening to me speak today. Thank you.